to a new vlog. It is Tuesday, I don't know what the date is today. I think it's the 22nd today. Yes, no, it's the 22nd because there's some Skyrim or Elder Scrolls thing coming out today. So I remember seeing that this morning. But I've left my laptop in the lounge and it is running through the vlog. I've now finished it, so it's all edited. I'm just waiting for it to export and then I can upload that later. But in the meantime, I have got everything ready to start revamping and taking photos today. This has got me some pastel pink backing board. So I'm going to take some photos on that. I'm going to try a couple of different backgrounds. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try some wood backgrounds. And yeah, we're going to have a bit of a photo shoot day. I say photo shoot. It's going to be a photo shoot day, guys. But yeah, let's see how we get on. Taking photos on the pink background. It took me like 2 hours to do, but that is done. I do need to take some more on different backgrounds just to see what works best before I can get around to editing it. But now I'm gonna pack some orders because I've actually had some orders come over the weekend, which I'm really excited about. So I'm gonna get all those packed, and I've got some vintage orders to pack before I go pick Scott up from work. Yeah. Morning guys, it is Wednesday today. My general battery, it feels really low today. My sister came over for the afternoon yesterday and she was over for hours. Obviously I love my sister, but my my social battery was so worn out from the weekend already that it feels more worn out now. So I am kind of having a day to myself. And I'm going to try and get on with some more photos. I got all of the ones done with the pink mount board background. So my next goal is to try and do it with just like a natural wood. So I'm going to use my dining table. I'm going to give it a quick clean and then like I'm going to set up and do photos like that this morning. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm going to assume it's going to take me a couple hours again, the same as the last one. And then Scott said he's going to teach me how to like edit them properly, because he's the designer in the house in a sense. He does a lot of graphic design and stuff and a lot of editing with Photoshop, so he's gonna help me do that this afternoon, tonight, like when he gets home from work. He's gonna help me do that. So I'm hoping to get that done today, to get the photos done, and then I'm hoping this afternoon I can have a look at trying to get through some bits like, where does my brain go now? Sorry. So I'm going to try and get through some bits like redoing the About Me section, and hopefully changing some of the descriptions ready on Etsy and TikTok, ready for like our revamp. So that's my plan for today, but we will see how far we get again. So it's the afternoon. I did have lunch a bit earlier today because I'd finished the photos, but the photos again took me nearly 2 hours to do. But in that time I did manage to listen to the whole of The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. So I did buy a new audiobook after I finished Midnight Sun last week. So I'm going through the complete Chronicles of Narnia, but it seems the one I seem to have got is the BBC's the BBC Radio 4 adaptation, and it's quite good so far, I'm not gonna lie. So I've listened to the whole of The Magician's Nephew, and I do recommend it actually. I remember reading it as a kid, but I only read the first one, I never read the rest of them, so I thought if I get it like this, I can listen to all of them. So I listened to that this morning while I was taking photos. I've had some lunch, and then this afternoon I'm going to try and work on my shop description and my About Me section for my Etsy. So that's the plan for today. I've made a cup of tea as well to go with it. Where is my mouse? My mouse is over here. What I'm going to do is open up my Etsy, I think, first. I've watched a few people use like GPT, I think that's what it is. But I've honestly I've never used it myself. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm a little bit wary, but I'm a little bit like, I don't know what to do with it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna try and have a little look through my Etsy and see what I can do to like, I guess like to revamp it a bit. I want it to be more, have more personality, be more me, if that makes sense. So yeah, I haven't used, oh, info and appearance, is that what I want? Oh, we could do, there's like messages to buyers. I haven't even done that. I think this is going to be a bit like, I'm just going to be playing around with, yeah, with it, just to see where we get to and what happens. So I've just gone on to the settings and I've gone on to About Your Shop. There's like nothing on here. What the hell am I doing? I'm gonna move my monitor. Yeah, move my monitor. So we've got the About Me section, and because it was anonymous originally, it just said the Skimp Brit. But now I can change it because it's now me. I've now like talked about myself, so I can, yeah, I can now do a bit of that. Have I got any photos of myself on here? Not that it really matters too much, but it'd be nice if I did. I've got a lot of old photos on here. Got a lot of old photos when I had blonde hair, which is very like different now. This is like, I don't know what this is anymore. It was chocolate brown and I've not dyed it since, so it's like a weird colour, if that makes sense. I do kind of want to go back blonde though before we get married. I think I would like to go blonde again. Let's try that one because that's more of a brunette one. And then what do I put for a bio? Let's have a Google. Try Google. Bing seems to be my thing on here, and I don't know how to change it. My partner's tried changing it, and it didn't work, so I'm a bit like, owner's profile description. Okay. So the key elements, I've just gone with the Google AI. Oh, excuse me. And we have got to introduce yourself by adding a personal touch, share your background, interests, and what inspires you to create, outline the origin of your shop and how your business has evolved, briefly describe how you make your products, what motivates you. So we can start with that. So we could put like, hey, my name is Nat, and I'm from the southwest of England. I'm just kind of like waffling a little bit. I started this shop. Started this account. Started this account. I'm gonna come back to you guys once I've actually written this out and I'll read it out to you guys. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. So, the shop story, I've called it My Story. So, hello. That was weird. Yeah, okay. So, I've called it My Story So Far. Just checking that's not my mum trying to come in. Don't think she was coming over. It might just be next door. Oh no, it's definitely next door. No one's outside. I locked the back door because I don't usually when I'm at home during the day, but I did today because I was up here. Okay, so let's start again, shall we? So it's called My Story So Far. So I put, hey, my name is Nat, and this is my journey to become debt free. I started this account in March 2022 when my debt was at its highest of 16k with no way to pay it back. I decided at this point it was time to take accountability for my finances, and here we are 3 years later. I might actually put 3 years later and 15k lighter because we're down to the last one. Here we are 3 years later and down to the last. I think it's 1,000 I've got left. I'm gonna just double check that a minute. This is the reason I love having Instagram and having it all on there. Okay, so 1.7, £1,750 is all we've got left. So 1.75, we'll put that. Okay, so start that bit again. I started this account in March 2022 when my debt was at its highest of 16k with no way to pay it back. I decided at this point it was time to take accountability for my finances, and here we are 3 years later and down to the last 1.75k. What should I change that to 2? The last 2k. I'm going to change that to 2. We'll just round it up, it's fine. It all started off with an anonymous Instagram account keeping a monthly track of debt, which has become my motivation and allowed me to join a community of like-minded people who are a fountain of information and support. At this time, I discovered cash stuffing, which then furthered my journey from just focusing on paying off debt, but to also learn how to budget my money in a time when my health became more of a priority than making money. It was then I started to become inspired to make my own savings trackers from all the comfort of my home when my chronic health issues began to make working a normal job difficult. I finally felt that I had begun to gain a sense of purpose in life again, and then the Skimp Brit shop was born. I'm gonna put in here a year later because I didn't actually find cash stuffing until the next year. A year later, I discovered cash stuffing. Okay, that'll do. And then this journey has brought back the love and joy I once had for creativity, but this is only the beginning. And then I've just put it love now. I think I like that. I think that's good. So let's save that. And then I'm gonna, it does say about adding shop photos. I don't know what it means by shop photos, so I'm gonna leave that. But I am gonna just quickly have a look to see what it looks like on the about section. I think that looks quite nice actually. Let's see if I can show you guys. I like that. I think that looks cute. Ooh, try not to drop my tripod. And then we scroll down and then we got a little bit, like a teeny tiny bit about me. And then, yeah, I feel like that's good. Yeah, I feel like I like that. So we've done that bit. I might actually, I've never used the announcements section before, but I've seen, like, I've been through quite a few different people's, I've been through quite a few different people's shops and had a look, and quite a lot of people use their announcements to actually like talk about their new items or just to welcome people to the shop. So I feel like I might do something like that next. Okay, so for shop announcement I have put, hello lovelies and welcome to the Skimp Brit, home to all things to help you with a positive cash stuffing journey. Please message me for any queries regarding matching cover wallets for challenges or any custom request ideas you have. I love designing for people. Have the best day. Love, Nat. Which I feel is quite cute. It's quite positive. And I really like that. I'm going to save that before we do anything. And I'm trying to decide, do we need anything else? I just need to have a look now at SEOs and what tags to use, and like how I can edit my descriptions. So I'm gonna spend, it's only 2:30, so I've still got about another hour till Scott finishes work. So I'm gonna have a look to see if there's anything else I can do for a bit. And if I come up with anything else, guys, I will let you know. So I have just spent nearly the past hour going through loads of like loads of illustrators and businesses that I really inspire me. Ones that are in budgeting, ones that are in stationery, just ones that generally I really like. I've been going through all of them. I've even like been researching through Everbee. I have left an affiliate link down below for Everbee if you guys want to join. So Everbee, what it does is it allows you to analyse your shop, seeing what SEO tags work the best, seeing how much competition you've got out there, and like how often it's searched within that month. So I've done that a lot with a lot of the bigger shops that I admire. So I kind of did it with, I found a few actual shops that I'd never heard of, but I've done it with Catnip, I've done it with Budget with Ira, Who else did I find? I've kind of got them all up. I've got Cashbook Q up, Dingley Designs. But yeah, I've got loads of different ones. I've been going through looking at the tags and everything and seeing how they all list their items. Just to kind of give me an idea of how to redo mine and just to make the most of the space I've got to do stuff. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on one, I think, to start with and see how that goes. So I might actually start with the Oopsie bundles, because I found some really good, Jesus, post. I found some really good tags that I can use, and I'm just gonna look for a way to just, I don't know, spruce it up a bit. See if I can do that at least before anything else. But wish me luck, guys. Okay, so one is done. I have added loads of tags to the description. So I filled up, I didn't really, the title, start again. So the title for your items on Etsy get 140 characters. So I've made like really sure that I've used the most of them as I can. So there's 137. I've made it so it like, it looks aesthetically pleasing at the same time. I've made sure I've used like, I don't know what they're called, but they're like lines. I can't figure it out on my keyboard either, so I've had to copy and paste off someone else's. I've kept the pictures the same for now because I don't have any new pictures off the Oopsie bundles because I've not done that, but I have really updated the description for it. So I've added a lot more detail into it. I've like been going through like what other people have put and tried to make it as like so it fits what I'm doing, but like try and fit as many, I guess, like SEOs as I could into it. So I'm hoping it'll get picked up by people a bit more maybe. And I've gone through and I've changed some of the tags. After going through Everbee, I found there's a few tags that seem to do a little bit better than the ones I had. So I've removed the ones that were not doing so well for me, and a couple that were outdated. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new tags added. There's 13 altogether for Etsy, so I've added 5 new tags. I've made a massive description compared to what it was originally. So yeah, I think that's it for now. And then I'm hoping we can get photos edited and I can maybe make like a bulk description that can be used or utilized and changed for different items. That's my plan, so I'm gonna hopefully try and get that together on Google Docs. I've put all the tags in that I found that were really good, like utilization. So yeah, I just need to do it for all, I don't know, like 200 odd items I've got in my shop. But yeah, I'm gonna publish the changes for that, and then fingers crossed we see some change in it over the next couple of weeks, I hope. I'm gonna try and get a little bit more done tonight maybe, if I can, when I pick Scott up from work. I don't know what time he's finishing. He said he's not sure, so he might be finishing in a minute, he might not be. Oh, I don't know. So he said he might be a bit later, so I might try and do another one while I can, and then yeah, I'm out tomorrow. I'm hoping I can get some done in the morning before I go out, but I'm off to Southampton with my mum tomorrow. We're dropping my nan and granddad off to Southampton because they're off on a cruise, which is really cute and I'm really jealous. So we're dropping them to Southampton tomorrow, and my mum wanted a bit of company on the journey, so I'm going down with her. But I'm hoping I'll get a little bit of time tomorrow still to get a little bit of work done if I can. But yeah, if not, I'll see you when we go to Southampton.